Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Your host Alvaro to bring you another successful, interesting, and in this case, very special guest. His name is Zeeshaan Shah, and he's the founder and CEO of One Group International, which is a leading diversified business group specializing in real estate and venture capital. Now, they're based in London, and they have over $1 billion worth of projects with over 800 employees all around the world. And this individual right here is a good friend and somebody that I really look up to, not just because of the success that he's amassed over the years in business, but also because of the mindset that he's acquired. So we're gonna have him here with us today to tell us all about that 360 mindset that it takes for you to become a very successful individual in life. What's going on, my friend? Good, and yourself?
Yeah, good. Thanks, man. I just landed on. I was on like a 10-hour flight. I just landed like what time are we now? 6:40. I landed at 3 o'clock. So like an hour and a half ago. I just got home like 15-20 minutes ago.
Right on, man. The hustle never stops, huh?
There you go, man. There you go.
Where were you flying from?
I was flying from Pakistan today.
Pakistan, and you're now in the UK.
Now I'm in London. Yeah.
Hey, you're always on the go, and I love that because you have built this incredible business structure. You're all over the world with incredible real estate and venture capital projects. So for those that don't know much about you, they go into your social media, they see this inspirational businessman that is taking over the world right now. But give us a little quick summary of who Z is.
Where do you want me to start from? I mean, you know, I think I just grew up as somebody who just wanted to be more, just wasn't happy with the status quo. So I never really knew what I wanted to do, but I just knew that I don't like the average life, you know? So from there, I just sort of, you know, really made goals, made bigger goals, kept achieving them, working hard, focusing. I'm just following the path of life, really. All I knew is when I set out is that, I grew up in the home that I grew up in, money was always a problem. It was always an issue. And I was like, that's not how I want to live. That's just one thing that I knew. And my parents they were professionals, they were in jobs. So I was like, okay, these guys work 12 hours a day, and they're always struggling for money. So I know two things. Number one is I need money, and number two, you don't get it if you've got a job. So I just knew those two things. I was like, I just got to work, and then I've just, just put in the work. Just keep going, keep pushing limits, keep taking risks, never satisfied, do more, and it's just got us to where we are.
That's very interesting because we've had previous conversations where you were telling me about your journey all the way to where you are today. And you've been facing a lot of no's, right? A lot of people were closing you doors. A lot of people were saying no. And instead of you quitting, which is what a lot of people do when they first face that resistance, you use that as an opportunity to grow. So tell us about those initial stages when you were on TV and they told you, no, this is not a good idea. You're not good enough. You should go back to getting a job.
No, it's see, what happens is, I'll tell you, well, actually, the TV story is an interesting one that you bring up now. So like you said, I was on TV, and when I was on that show, it was on a reality show, so I was completely away from my home and my businesses. You're only allowed to have like one phone call a week for 5 minutes to your family or whoever you wanted to call. So whilst I was on that show, when I came back out, I realized that basically my team, who were, this is going back around about 11 years now. So I'm like 26 years old back then, 27 years old. My whole team had effectively stolen my business. And it got to a stage where, I'd built it up all the way to get to, it was turning over, a couple of $1 million a year. And all of a sudden, I'm now in hundreds and thousands worth of debt. So at that stage, you question yourself, right? You're like, shit, am I good enough for this? Am I cut out for this? Maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe I should give up. And, I've got some good talents. I can just go get a good job, and I can and I can, I'll do okay, I'll do well. But obviously I didn't do that. I carried on. And now when I reflect in hindsight, they're the real turning points, those pivotal moments. When you have that self-doubt, when everything you've built has fallen apart, it's about getting back up again and doing it again. And that's why I always say perseverance is the most important skill of any entrepreneur.
It is true that a lot of people, when they go into this journey of entrepreneurship, the moment that they face a little bit of that resistance, they question themselves, right? And it might be through external forces or just internally through your own voice. But that's why I wanted to bring you in here with us today, because you've been definitely building a very robust career out of entrepreneurship, which you mentioned not too long ago, the 3 key moments in the life of an entrepreneur.
Where you're going to live, what career path you're going to, who your life partner is.
You know, it's such a simple answer, but it's so important in terms of getting that guidance. And a lot of people don't even ask themselves that question.
How many people question themselves and think, am I living in the right place? You know? Because the city you're in, the country you're in, the city you're in, the energy, the vibe, where that place is going, that can carry you with it. The same way the industry you choose. Let's say, for example, if you go into an industry that's got an average growth rate of 20% a year, right? By default, you've got tailwind behind you and that's pushing you forward. Versus going into a declining industry and you're fighting against the tide. You know?
So true. So
There's
true.
certain critical decisions in life, like your life partner, what city you're living in, what industry you're working in. These are very important. Who you're surrounding yourself with. These are the integral decisions of life.
So true. And we've heard it so many times, right? You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And that matters a lot. Like, I'm also very grateful to be here in Miami, where the city has been on growing. So it's
Miami
just
is popping, man. Miami is popping.
It's popping, and you're just like not riding the wave, but you're definitely having that uplift push because everything is going up.
Yeah.
So whether you're in that industry, like real estate, for example, real estate in Miami, the city, and then the people, my partner or everybody around, it's a perfect formula. And it's just such a basic foundation that you just need to make the decision to go in that direction.
Yeah. And then the people, the energy, when something's moving in a positive direction, the energy of that city, the conversations people are having, the vision, and then you attract the cities. When cities are booming, they attract new people. Yeah. Right. And it's got a whole vibe and an energy. Everyone's got that can-do attitude, like they're in a positive frame of mind. So that's a huge. I mean, think about this, right? If you were to be born, and live if you were to be born in the 70s, let's say, where would the best place in the world be to live?
The UK, for example, where you are, that was like a really strong market.
Silicon Valley.
Well, I mean, California, you see that growing.
Silicon Valley. I mean, look, everyone's that for me, I'll be like, that's where you want to be. You know?
Right. I mean, you're looking at an industry that is starting to boom, and you're looking at the .com era.
I mean, no one knows looking now.
If you're looking backwards, right? If you look backwards, yes. But in the moment, if you're born and don't know, then you're just like basing it on other conditions. But yes, no, like right now, you see the booming with crypto, right? Again, Bitcoin is like on all heights, and everybody's like, oh, so where are the crypto?
Bro, listen, man, don't talk to me about crypto. Don't talk to me about crypto. No. I've got a terrible story about crypto.
Yeah, no. What
Man, so the whole time I never ever invested in crypto the whole time, right? Then what happened is one day, one of my friends comes to me. He's like, look, he was deep in that crypto game, right? And he's like, bro, there's this one coin, right? And I don't even know what the fuck the coin was called, right? And he's like, look, basically it's a sure shot 300x, right? He's like, I'm putting in $500,000, right? And he's like, 300x is like the bottom. This could be a 500x even, right? So what he's talking about is 500K to $150 million, right? And he's saying this is going to happen today. I'm investing today, and I'm investing in the next couple of days, and next week, 10 days, this is going to be $500,000 to $150 million. I was like, all right, whatever, man. So I left there, and I left, and I was like, damn, man, can you imagine if it actually happens? And can you imagine he's told me, and then he goes and does it, and then 10 days later he told me, Z, look, I made $150 million off this. I will fucking shoot myself, right?
Oh,
So anyways, then I was like, oh shit. So what I did was not too much. I think about $150,000, right? And then that's when he told me about this. Then within 1 or 2 days after that, about $150,000 I put into the crypto market, spread it into different things, not all into his coin, into various different ones. Bro, it was the next day the market collapsed.
Oh God.
It was, it was what year are we in now? In 24. It was like 22? No, 21. October, November 21, something like that.
Man.
But anyways, the next day was when Bitcoin just went like from its peak to the floor.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's all like that with big waves, right? That some people wanna get into it, and that's a different topic. I mean, the reason that I really wanted to bring you on is because of that entrepreneurship mindset that you have that have taken you where you are today. And one of the things that I wanted to just address is that you've put a lot of effort into building your career to the degree that you didn't take care of other areas in your life. And that is something that you realized as time was passing by that, wow, what am I really doing? And then you made this huge transformation on yourself.
When I was young, I used to train. As a teenager, I used to be in the gym. I used to be fit. And by the way, I've been seeing on your story and everything on your feed, on your Instagram, that you're really into it, and you did the Ironman or something, I think.
The Ultraman, you double the distance of an Ironman.
No way! That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And yeah, so I just got to a stage, man, when I was out of shape, eating bad, feeling bad, and COVID hit. It was when COVID hit, and I was like, you know what? Like, I just need to make a change. I just need to do something different. And the whole world slowed down. Everything had closed down. Like, lockdown. So I was like, okay, one thing I can do right now is I can eat clean and I can train. So I just ordered all the weights and the machines and treadmill and everything. And I used to just work out in my apartment for like the first 2 months in my house. And then after that, like, you were allowed to like meet people outdoors. So then I get a trainer and he'd train me outside in my garden, etc. And that's where the journey started from. And now it's a part of my lifestyle. It's part of who I am.
Right. And that's beautiful. And it's what you said at the beginning in terms of building your career is like building your life, is that consistency, that resilience, that perseverance, because not always is an easy beginning, right? You're not used to go to the gym every day or eating clean. So it's making those adjustments in your routines and habits. And then later on, it becomes much easier and it's part of your lifestyle. So,
exactly,
well said. Now, I know that you just got back from a flight. You probably had like a bit like jet lag tires. So I just wanted to ask you one last question. What is luxury to you?
Luxury is being able to live life on your terms. That's luxury, right?
I like that.
That is luxury. It's like, the benefits of being an entrepreneur, the benefits of working hard, of hustling hard, is financial freedom. One of the benefits, and that's a luxury. That is what luxury is. That, having not, I remember times, man, where like, I didn't have money to order a burger, right, from a takeaway. This, let's say like $5, right? Just didn't have the money, couldn't afford it. So living like that, or living where you constantly got to think, how much money have I got? Can I afford this? Can I afford that? Can we do this? Can we do that? It's a difficult way of living. And I think luxury is having that freedom where you can do whatever you want, without having that headache of, can I afford this? Can I not? Can we do this? Like, you can go wherever you want, eat wherever you want, travel wherever you want, buy wherever you want, that's luxury.
Yeah, living on your own terms. That's luxury, 100%. Well, my friend, I really appreciate you. For those that want to find out more about your projects, yourself, where can they go?
My Instagram.
The easiest way. That's right. So
I'm actually, this year I've activated all my social media again, and I've got all my platforms active. Instagram's active, LinkedIn's active, Facebook. They even got me on TikTok, although I've not been on there myself, but I do have a TikTok account as well. But yeah, so they're all social media active, man. Find me on social, hit me up. Yeah.
Sounds good. See, well, listen, keep
Brother, I
on
appreciate
crushing
your
it.
time. Thank you so much. It's great to connect.